Has Pluto been destroyed or has it gone to take a tour of universe? In reality, Pluto is still there orbiting the sun. The categorization of Pluto as a planet has always been controversial. Pluto has a tiny moon, called Charon. The behavior of Pluto is unlike other planets, mainly because it is very far from the sun, where the gravitational force will be very weak, and so, it probably does not stay in the orbit. It is hard to tell if it is actually orbiting the sun. Is Pluto a planet? Does it qualify? For an object to be a planet, it needs to meet these three requirements defined by the International Astronomical Union, IAU. It needs to be in orbit around the sun, yes, so maybe Pluto is a planet. It needs to have enough gravity to pull itself into a spherical shape. Pluto, check it. Needs to have cleared the neighborhood of its orbit, IO. Here's the rule breaker. According to this, Pluto is not a planet. What does cleared its neighborhood mean? As planets form, they become the dominant gravitational body in their orbit in the solar system. As they interact with other, smaller objects, they either consume them, or sling them away with their gravity. Pluto is only 0.07 times the mass of the other objects in its orbit. The Earth, in comparison, has 1.7 million times the mass of the other objects in its orbit. Any object that doesn't meet this third criteria is considered a dwarf planet. And so, Pluto is a dwarf planet. There are still many objects with similar size and mass to Pluto jostling around in its orbit. And until Pluto crashes into many of them and gains mass, it will remain a dwarf planet. Eris, that is another planet, suffers from the same problem. It's not impossible to imagine a future, though, where astronomers discover a large enough object in the distant solar system that could qualify for planethood status. Then our solar system would have 9 planets again. Astronomers from the association were given the opportunity to vote on the definition of planets. One version of the definition would have actually boosted the number of planets to 12. Pluto was still a planet, and so were Eris and even Ceres, which had been thought of as the largest asteroid. A different proposal kept the total at 9, defining the planets as just the familiar ones we know without any scientific rationale, and a third would drop the number of planets down to 8, and Pluto would be out of the planet club. But, then, what is Pluto? In the end, astronomers voted for the controversial decision of demoting Pluto and Eris down to the newly created classification of dwarf planet. So I hope I have given you answer up to your expectations. If you like my content and want to see me in the unforeseeable future, as I'm posting content very frequent, you might wanna consider hitting that subscribe button. That will mean a lot to me. See you in the next video.